Giggity, giggity, giggity goo.
By now, you've heard the tragic news. Last Thursday, Sid's giant factory warehouse burned to the ground. Everything was lost. Nothing could be salvaged. Because of this tragic event, we come to you, the members of this fine community, to ask your help. Sid was without insurance to cover this fire. Our dear friend, our beloved neighbor, Sid, is totally bankrupt and without means to rebuild. Please help. A fund has been opened on Sid's behalf and is accepting donations now. Everyone who donates more than $50 will receive a gift certificate for $10 off!
Hi, I'm Sid. Come out and donate this weekend. We'll have hot dogs and pop and a tilt-a-whirl for the kids.
Plus,
Sid's factory warehouse was not destroyed by fire. This is just a fun way to pull the community together. No one will receive any coupons. All donations will go directly to Sid.
This is not headline news. Oasis will have their first reunion concert on July 4th, then probably break up again on July 5th. Travis and Jason Kelce signed a $100 million podcast deal. Podcasting is just like radio, except a lot less work and a lot more money. Experts say patients at nursing homes should have more sex. And that's today's installment of We Just Ruined Your Breakfast. Lego bricks now use renewable plastic. But don't worry, they'll retain the sturdiness that make parents scream when they step on one in bare feet. And in sports, the Pittsburgh Steelers announced that Russell Wilson will be their starting quarterback. That's great news for teams playing the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is not headline news.
Hoo-ha!
Wake up, grab a cup of joe. It's Charlie County Speaks. Ken Lovejoy, and he's the real McCoy. 4 days a week. Yeah, gonna tell you like it is and give it to you straight. Local, state, and national, these issues they can't wait. And it's Charlie County Speaks. Charlotte County Speaks. Charlotte County Speaks. Oh yeah, Charlotte County Speaks.
In this present crisis, government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
This is Charlotte County Speaks, your chance to let your voice be heard on local, state, and national issues. And now, broadcasting live from a dumpy little warehouse behind a Taco Bell, the host of Charlotte County Speaks, Ken Lovejoy.
And away we go.
God, what a morning already! News Radio 1580, 100.9 FM, WCCFradio.com. This is Charlotte County Speaks. I am Ken Lovejoy. This is Mike Imbasciani.
Good morning, everybody.
It's 9/11 here. Well, not the date, the time. And the phone lines are open at 941-206-1580, toll free 888-441-1580. You can email us, the address ccspeaks@live.com. Miss a show, find them all at our homepage, WCCFradio.com. Weird morning.
Yes.
Weird power outage about 8:30, killed everything for like 5 seconds, and then everything had trouble coming back to life.
Yes. Had to be resuscitated.
I was resuscitating.
Yes.
Zane and I were
Clear!
running up and down the hall resuscitating.
I need a harder charge.
Terribly sorry.
Yes.
WKII didn't make it. At A Service Fried. So if you're listening to our sports station, ladies and gentlemen, you will hear the sports station when they're broadcasting.
Yes.
However, with the A server dead, you're not going to hear any station imaging. You're not going to hear any commercials. It's just going to be dead air.
Dead air.
Until they start talking again. So you'll have to bear with that until our top man, Mel, and he is our top man.
There you go.
Rushing And that was an old A server anyway. That thing was a beast.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm surprised it hadn't already been replaced. But what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
206-1580, toll free, 888-441-1580. So, Mr. Imbasciani, what's your deal?
Yes, so folks, you can come see my band this weekend, Mike Imbasciani and his Blues Rockers, tomorrow, Friday, August 30th. End of August here already.
Yeah.
Heading into September.
I know.
So tomorrow, Friday.
Labor Day weekend. Big
I know.
weekend.
Yes,
Long weekend.
big.
3-day weekend.
I know.
Kenny loves 3-day weekends.
Yes, so tomorrow, Friday, August 30th, come see the band over at Stevie Tomato's Sports Page.
Go for the food, stay for the sports.
Oh, yes, right there in Cape Coma as football is getting ready to start and baseball is still happening and, I don't know, hockey season is weird. So come out tomorrow night from 7 to 10. And then Sunday, September 1st, over at the Coco Plum Plaza in Northport for the Cars and Coffee event in the Hobby Lobby parking lot right there. Bring a chair, come hang out. That's 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. And then Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah. It's a Tuesday. Yeah. Tuesdays are good days.
Tuesday's a good day for a nice dinner and show package.
There you go. Exactly. And you can get that, folks, and enjoy the Simply Clapton show. Tuesday, September 3rd. That's this Tuesday coming up. Tickets are available. Visani.net. Visani, Port Charlotte. Simply
nice.
Clapton show.
Several course meal.
Great time. Chicken a la vodka.
Dinner.
Shrimp
show,
oreganata,
everything,
if you're a fan of the garlic.
One price.
Exactly.
I love the shrimp oreganata.
I know.
I love the shrimp oreganata.
Whoever you're around does not.
Even the next day,
really?
they say, you were at Visani last night eating the shrimp oreganata, weren't you?
Yes.
Garlic. Yes, I was.
Yes. And always a fun show. Michael Bear will be there playing piano. Michael Bear will be there tomorrow night, too, at Stevie Tomatoes. So that'll be fun. Cool. MikeandBassiani.com for the full show schedule. But, yes, go to Visani.net. Get your tickets. Simply Clapton show this coming Tuesday, September 3rd. Doors open at 5 o'clock.
All right. Today we're celebrating a National Lemon Juice Day.
Oh.
Nothing goes better with sugar and vodka than lemon. Lemon drop. That's what that's called. Lemon drop.
Is that one? Okay.
Take a little wedge, a little sugar on it, sugar around the rim, a little vodka inside. Choke that down, a little, lemon juice in the vodka, too. Just a little sugar.
Yes.
According to Hoyle Day. The hell is this? This is a dumb one. I'll bet you this is a dumb one. According to Hoyle Day, on August 29th, encourages individuals to honor the rules and regulations in particular situations. It's also a day to pay tribute to a man by the name of Edmund Hoyle, an Englishman who is thought to be the first technical writer on cards game. So he is the original rules king.
Yes.
Rules king.
Rules king.
He's the original one.
There you go.
Okay, and also, wait
for it.
There's more.
This isn't dead air. This is the show.
I haven't had this in a long time. Used to get the old Chung King. Came in 2 cans. Up there, and then you get the little shoestring. National Chop Suey Day. National Chop Suey Day.
Oh, very nice.
Order, go call China One, order Chop Suey. If they got Chop Suey on menu,
maybe
that's what you order.
Okay.
Is that not right there, Jim? Mr. Jim?
My mother used to make that, and I had to sit at the table for hours because I refused to eat it.
You didn't like it?
And my house, if you don't eat it, you can't get up. I hated it.
With my dad, it was either eat it or wear it. One or the other.
That's fun.
But no, I think it was Chung King. It came in like 2 cans.
Yeah.
And like water chestnuts. And then you get the little shoestring, the little crispy noodle things. You put that on there. And, oh, man, that was a meal. Loved it. Anyway, how you doing, Jim?
On top of your Spam?
On top of this. Well, no, you chop up the Spam and put it in the chop suey. That's why you call it chop suey. Yeah.
So, Jim, how are things?
What are you doing?
My Mike's intro. It's not dead air. It's Jim from the
CBD store. How's it going at your CBD store? How you doing?
You know what? I'm glad we're on air today because I had 2 people come in yesterday with rheumatoid arthritis. And I see it every day, and I don't talk about it enough. It's an autoimmune disorder. It's fluid in your body that's out of balance because your immune system's out of balance. It is horrible, terrible, difficult to treat. And people come in, they've been to every doctor, they've tried everything. The problem is all of the stuff you take over the counter and the prescription stuff is targeting the pain. It's not targeting your autoimmune system. The product I have, the water soluble that we talk about all the time, if you read the medical journals, they call it the immunomodulator. Immunomodulator means it's actually targeting your immune system to get that fluid back in balance. Because rheumatoid arthritis is like being poisoned. The fluid in your body is off balance because your immune system's off balance, and it's attacking your joints. It is horrible, debilitating, nasty stuff. But we go right to the water soluble, and the results have been amazing. So anyone out there, if you have rheumatoid arthritis, if you've been diagnosed by your rheumatologist, at least call me. We'll do a consultation over the phone, or if you have time, stop in the store, and we'll educate you a little bit and talk a little further about how we can offer you something that actually targets the source of what's going on rather than masking what's going on. So I was glad those two ladies came in yesterday with that, because it sparked my memory that, I don't talk about rheumatoid arthritis enough.
Yeah.
And people who have it don't understand it.
Yeah, it is. It is a strange one, and I know it. I know some people who suffer from it, and it's not fun at all. And if this stuff can help, folks, take it. It beats the heck out of all these opioids out there that can really mess you up and mess up your insides as well as your life. So
yeah.
So I highly suggest that you go down and try some of the pain cream at your CBD store, Punta Gorda, Port Charlotte. I use it. I'll use it working out. I'll use it at least probably once a week. Really, particularly after a bike ride.
Oh yeah,
generally. Mm-hmm. But the stuff works. It just does. And he's got under the tongue tincture. How's your water soluble droplets doing?
Very helpful. Yes.
Okay.
Doing well.
Tinctures and treats for the pets as well. THC-free, certified by the state of Florida. You're not going to get high. You're not going to fail a urinalysis. The stuff just works. And all you have to do is just head on down to your CBD store, Punta Gorda, Port Charlotte. They're in the Schoolhouse Square, right between Ollie's and the gym. And Monday through Saturday, 10 to 3. Outside appointments, Jim will handle those if necessary. And if you just, free shipping and delivery. So really all you have to do, you've heard us talk, you want it. All you have to do, you don't even have to leave your house. Just call Jim at 941-587-9029 and just order it and have it delivered right to your house.
Get it. Get you some.
Get it right now.
Get it right now. Tell you what.
Jim, are you there?
Hey, Ken, I'll give you a quick testimonial. I had my annual physical yesterday morning. I did a urinalysis. I did blood work. It was grueling. I went to 3 different places, but they were really in detail.
Would it be too much to ask 1 or 2 fingers?
Everything but that. Everything is steps back.
Anyway.
I do the tincture. I also take the gummies, which is kind of doubling up. And I do the water soluble every single day, twice a day. The tincture twice a day, the water soluble twice a day. I take a gummy in the morning before I go to the gym, and then I take one when I get home. And I also use the topical cream every day. I am loaded up with CBD, loaded up. Got my results back this morning, urinalysis. All my blood work was absolutely perfect. My urinalysis, absolutely clear, no trace of anything, no trace of THC. And there is more CBD in my system probably than anybody in Southwest Florida. And my blood work, urinalysis, everything came back absolutely perfect. So
good.
I'm a testimony to what I testify every day, if that makes sense.
Indeed.
Very good.
Folks, the stuff just works. Go down there once again, get you some.
Get it.
So, Jim, a veritable bevy of college football on this weekend, but some weird games. Ohio State and the Akron Zips.
What did I see? Some guy's name is like
at least
General
my Cougs
Butts or something.
Well, my Cougs got Portland State, so that should be a good game.
Well, there's a game tonight. Colorado is hosting North Dakota State, which they're not in the same league, but North Dakota State is no joke. They've won multiple national championships in their division, so hopefully they can pull it out. I would love to see North Dakota State upset Colorado tonight. It'd be a great game.
No doubt. And what's this? I can't believe Russell Wilson going to the Steelers. I think that's kind of weird.
How much was the money?
Yeah.
Was it a lot of the money?
Well, it's just saying he's been around for a while.
True. Usually you stick with one team by then.
Yeah. Well, no.
He's done. That guy's done.
Yeah,
man.
that's
He
what I'm
needs to
saying.
just
You know,
run away.
I'm surprised that the Steelers did. I'll have to bust on Eric if he shows up next hour about that, because you would think that they would go for somebody, to replace their previous franchise. Go with someone maybe a little younger who's got some years ahead of him. Russell Wilson is a great guy. He's a great individual, but I just don't know. Maybe they're working on a really great ground game.
Hey, he was awesome in Seattle. And
He was.
He was terrible in Denver. He just never clicked. I don't know if that offense wasn't a fit for him or what it was.
It was something. Yeah, Seattle was his heyday.
He's won. Has he won Super Bowls? Or no?
No.
Okay.
Seattle? No.
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
Trust me. My dad would tell me. And remind me daily. It's Jim Harrington, folks. Jim, have a great weekend, buddy. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, gentlemen. Happy Labor Day. You guys be safe. Thank you.
Oh, that's right. Labor Day. Yeah, you too, bud. Thanks. Long weekend. I keep forgetting.
Radio show fun fact. This radio show was voted #1 by the readers of Sophisticated Plumbing magazine. Let's get back to the show.
We'll be right back with Charlotte County Speaks on News Radio 1580 WCCF.
I don't know. It was a month or two ago. I can't remember. We were having great fun, making fun of the fact that, as it turns out, some young people nowadays were actually taking mommy or daddy with them to job interviews. Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I heard it, but yeah, it's a thing now, I guess. But anyway, that's what I thought of when I heard that Kamala Harris is doing an interview with Dana Bash. Dana Bash. I mean, again, another joke. Dana Bash's husband, by the way, was one of the signatories there on that letter that the Hunter Biden laptop was a Russian plant, disinformation. Anyway, Kamala Harris is not doing the interview by herself. She's bringing Tim Walz with her, for crying out loud. They won't even let her sit down for an interview by herself. Pathetic. WatchDogOnWallStreet.com.
This time I'm walking to New Orleans. I'm walking to New Orleans. I'm gonna need to parachute when I get through walking these blues. When I get back to New Orleans.
News Radio 1580, 100.9 FM, WCCFradio.com, 928 here at Charlotte County Speaks. Phone lines open at 941-206-1580. Toll free, 888-441-1580. With the wonderful Fats Domino.
The Fats Domino, and he was walking to New Orleans. But on this day in 2005,
yes,
he was getting rescued from New Orleans because
Really?
the 77-year-old
Katrina
Fats Domino was rescued from the flooding in New Orleans caused by Hurricane Katrina.
So I picked the right song, huh?
Yep. He had either told his agent that he planned to remain in his home. He had earlier told his agent that he had planned to remain in his home despite the order to evacuate.
I ain't leaving. I leave my home here in New Orleans.
Yeah.
But he did?
He had to get rescued.
Had to. Hopefully he didn't have to crawl up through the attic.
Hopefully.
Cut a hole through the roof.
That would be bad.
A lot of people had to do that.
That's not covered by insurance.
Isn't that today, Katrina? Isn't that the end? I think today's the anniversary of Katrina.
Well, today was the day he was rescued, so it was probably...
Yesterday?
Probably.
Maybe?
Yeah.
All right. I guess we'll find out in the... I could have looked at the history today.
Could have.
Sorry, I had other issues I had to deal with.
Slightly occupied.
Slightly occupied this morning.
Yes.
Well, you should usually sometimes he's in a good mood and you'll just get.
So we got our helicopter, whoop, 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 whoop. That's the sound they make. And our canine, woof, 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 woof. That's the sound it makes.
But in reality,
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
I am hotter than a bear butt on a tin roof in August.
Still August.
It's still
August.
Still August. And let's just talk about for a moment how people are just ignorant. You know, there's some ignorant folks
it's becoming
out there. It's
epidemic of ignorancy.
Epidemic of the ignorance, I will say, sir. And when you have people, a friend of mine just sent me another video of people going, oh, yes. I have
Pounding on the desk.
bony wrists, okay?
Just it echoes.
It's
through
the boom.
It leaves an echo.
Leaves an echo. Anyway, of the videos of these people, these man-on-the-street interviews, and it doesn't take much, I'm sure, to get these clips. Although a lot of them are saying they like the Trump. They're voting for Trump.
More than not.
More than not, yes. But occasionally, you get the ignorant person in this epidemic going, I like Kamala, because it'll be change. We need change. Oh, you mean change from the current administration?
Yes.
That she is a part of?
Has been
and
screwing a
haven't
pooch for the last
done anything in
3.5 years.
Well, she's done stuff. It's just, it
Not the
certainly
right
ain't
stuff.
positive.
No.
And the best was, I sent you, I think I retweeted it too. Let me find it here.
Isn't that funny?
Politico.
It never went to React.
No,
it's
nobody
still
says
the
it.
retweet.
It's still just a retweet.
Still tweet.
So Politico on August 27th tweeted out, our corrupt leadership, quote unquote, Vance tries to tether Harris to Biden during Michigan rally.
How can, seriously. Tries to tether? She is tethered, whether she likes it or not, whether the media likes it or not.
Yeah.
I know the media is doing their level best to try and recreate Kamala Harris, the black woman. But it's not happening.
No.
It's not working.
And
Don't you figure it out. You guys just look so stupid.
Yeah. So the best was Mostly Peaceful Memes created a meme of Ben Shapiro. I texted it to you, talking to the person in the audience.
Oh, yeah.
And Ben Shapiro says, Kamala Harris is the current administration. And the girl goes, where is that written? And in the name, Biden-Harris administration. You moron. And the best thing was Laura Loomer shared it too, but it's the cover of the New York Post. It says Harris for Trump, flip-flopping Kamala copies the Don because she's now all of a sudden for a border wall. She's all for no tax on
She's
tips.
lying through her teeth.
And some Babylon Bee had the best thing where they said Kamala Harris's policy section on her website just sends you to Trump's website for his policies. And again, they try to trick people. But they cover themselves because they never say the truth of what the thing actually is, because Kamala's camp posted something on X that was allegedly a letter from quote unquote Tucker.
Did you see the response that Tucker?
I have it right here. Now, obviously, folks, Tucker Carlson did not send this letter.
No.
It looked like it was written in elementary school, first of all.
Mm-hmm. And the signature was...
Exactly. But what does Kamala's camp do?
Lie.
They lie. And what do people do? They only read the headline. So they see...
Well, if they're that stupid...
Tucker sends letter to Kamala, and they see what Kamala says. But they are that stupid. That's the problem. They don't go past the headlines.
Yeah.
They don't watch the news. They don't look. And eventually, the telephone game, because in the letter they go, I as a conservative... agree with, certainly disagree with you on some things, but we have a common goal for gun control, right? So Kamala responds with I know we don't agree on a lot, which again makes it sound like she's talking about Tucker Carlson, because only Tucker Carlson you see in that public sphere and understand what his views are. Some random Tucker you wouldn't say that to in a letter to somebody that you've never met.
It's sophomoric.
Yeah.
It's weak.
Yes.
It's not well thought out at all. And that is the Democrat Party in a nutshell. What they have become, they've become psychotic, communists.
But what do they hope
change for
for?
the sole sake of change.
What they
and
hope
for the
for-
sole sake of destruction.
Yeah, but what they hope for is the telephone game that these people play. They read the headline, they don't actually read the story, and just like with the J.D. Vance weird thing, we all know it's stupid and ridiculous. But a month from now, somebody who wasn't really paying attention but heard that tiny little soundbite goes, I don't know, they said he's weird. I don't remember why, but they just said J.D. Vance is weird.
Well,
and it's the same thing with this. Oh, well, Tucker agrees with Kamala on gun control.
You've got
it's
a lot.
all a lie.
It is. It is, and I know it's frustrating. Settle
very
down.
frustrating.
Take
Play
a
the
breath.
clip again. No. Play the Aztec death whistle.
Let's all just release.
Chill out.
Here we go. And
Breathe.
Isn't that better? Don't we feel better?
Don't we feel better? Go on, and then I'll read Tucker's letter. Go ahead. The actual Tucker.
No, go ahead. I'm just saying, it's like, I know it's frustrating, but there's more and more black Democrats in the base and in the celebrity sphere that are sick and tired of being pandered to. Once again, he's riding that fence. He'll say something wrong after this headline that I saw.
Who are you talking about?
Charlemagne the God.
Oh.
He's a god, don't you know?
Oh,
Just ask him.
THA, the.
Yeah, I wonder what his real name is. Probably Stanley.
Hold on, I'll look it up.
Anyway, he came out on his show, whatever he calls it. I forget what it is.
Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club.
Isn't that copyright infringement?
I don't know. Anyway, he came out and said, look, they just expect us, essentially, paraphrasing, they just expect us to vote.
Right?
And give us a reason.
Yeah,
she's not
that.
Yeah, she's not giving. The left isn't giving anybody a reason to vote for Kamala.
They tried that with Biden, and it worked.
Well, yeah, and they have to do it with Kamala because she's brain dead.
But
she's an idiot.
The problem is
and
it's
every
too
time.
Close.
It is. It's a short order that they've tried. But there's a lot of idiots out there that are buying in to the polling because and that's why they're trying to. They've got to keep her buried because every time she goes out and has a press conference and does say something, it's usually stupid and her polling drops. So they need to carry the narrative for her. Keep her buried in the basement and keep her poll numbers up just enough to justify the steal.
Well, and that's
look,
why,
the polling was great, and she won by.
And that's why they're doing the CNN double interview with her and
Timmy,
her emotional support.
I don't think having her emotional support putts is going to really help her at all.
No,
I mean this guy's just as brain dead as she is.
Yeah, Leonard Larry McKelvey is Charlemagne the God.
Yeah, you don't put God. You can call Stallion, whatever. But Megan already took that. Is that why you had to go with God? Dude, anybody, I'm just saying, anybody who puts God in their name deliberately, probably shouldn't do that. Yeah. But nonetheless, I like it. He's riding that fence, and I'm wondering what the last time he said something against the Democrats, he had to come out like a week and a half later and just no. He didn't apologize. He had to come out. He comes out with something and just slams Trump.
Oh, right, of course. It's like, see, it's equal.
See, I'm playing both
And that's
sides.
the thing that Joe Rogan keeps doing. He keeps slightly agreeing with Trump, but then won't have him on the show. Or he'll say, oh, well, I just don't know. I probably just won't vote.
Well, look at, what's his name, who was on Clay and Buck yesterday from 538. The polling place, basically saying, everything looks like it's going to Trump, but he's still voting for Harris. It's like, and then he gets off the phone, and either Buck or Clay, I know him, he's a very smart man, very smart. How smart are you to vote for Satan's bitch?
These pleasantries have to stop. It's no longer agree to disagree. People are wrong in life.
Hi, caller, you're on the air.
Good morning, guys.
Hey, what's up?
I'm glad to see that finally it looks like that they're starting to point out what I think is the biggest thing with this debate, why Harris won't agree to these rules. She has got to have notes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's got anything to do with the closed mic. It's got some to do with that, but she has got to have notes. There's no way she can get on this debate stage and ad-lib this thing.
And that's why she wanted the open mic.
Right.
That's why they wanted.
They're going to feed them the questions.
See, like this.
And she's got to be able to write the answers down and puke them back out.
Yeah, she's going to have an ear prompter in. She's going to have a cheat pad. She's going to have the questions all in advance. So will he. If she starts to slip up, he pinches her butt and then takes over from there.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, it's all choreographed. It's a load of crap.
Well, I'm talking about the debate with Trump.
Oh, that is. Oh, what? Timmy's not going to be there too? How's she going to be able to perform without her support?
Be in her ear.
Without her support pots.
You remember the debate?
He will be in her ear, but she can't do that debate with Trump without notes.
Oh, no way! No way! He'll destroy her, and that's why I think that's why I think she wanted the open mic.
Yeah.
She wanted the mics open so they could, because she knew she wouldn't be able to answer anything, but she knew once Trump started talking, she could start going, that's wrong. That's wrong. I don't believe that's right. So.
Well, I agree with the open mics being part of it, but I think the biggest part of it is she's got to have notes. There's no way she can debate him without notes.
Oh, yeah. Joe
and
couldn't.
She's going to have the questions.
Look, again, these are people who are used to just following orders from other higher-up Democrats like Barack, Susan Rice, and the rest of these turds. So they, on their own, they're not very good. And again, when you look at just look at their lives, look at these people and who they are and what they've done. Name me one accomplishment that Kamala has done. Name me one. In 3.5 years, she talks about how she's going to fix it on day one. Why doesn't she fix it now? Yeah. Why hasn't she fixed it in the last 3 years? Why is she all of a sudden denying that she was the border czar? Why is all of a sudden now she wants a border wall? She's lying through her teeth. It's obvious to anybody who's breathing. It's obvious to a grade schooler. They don't like her either.
Well, she's got accomplishments, but nobody wants to point them out. I mean, she released a bunch of murderers and rapists back onto the streets and that kind of thing, but that's not the
again,
that's the only thing she's accomplished.
Willie Brown's side action is what got her started, and again, nobody wants to talk about how corrupt Willie Brown was, and she was right there with him.
And The Hill literally has an article that says Democrats defend Vice President Harris for avoiding policy.
All right, guys. Have a great weekend.
All right, buddy. You too.
Communist holiday.
Enjoy your communist holiday. Yeah, that's true. 206-1580 toll. Maybe that's why we keep forgetting that Labor Day is coming up.
Y'all tired of eating that barbecue from up the street? Where they give you more sauce than they give you meat? Well, bring your big ass down to Bruh's Barbecue, 15837 South Crenshaw Boulevard. That's right off Manchester. Bruh's Barbecue tastes so good, make you want to slap your mama. Don't it, Willie? Yeah, boy. Hey, mama.
What the hell you want with?
We'll be right back with Charlotte County Speaks on News Radio 1580 WCCF.
Sleeping late, eat a big breakfast, walk the dog, watch the news, go to the bathroom, start my laundry, go on the internet, buy some new shoes. Leave the apartment for lunch with my landlord. Come back home, take the dog for a walk again. Turn on my TV, watch Jerry Maguire. I've seen it before, but I'll watch it again. Pretty good day, pretty good life. I am clinically depressed. Oh, sorry. No, it's... Okay, let's go. She's the happiest she's been in years. He puts a big smile on her face. He's got a good job, and me and my parents love the dude. You can tell that he's gonna be faithful. The whole family is happy as hell. My sister's got an ugly new boyfriend. Thank you.
News Radio 1580, 100.9 FM, WCCF 947 here at Charlotte County Speaks with the late, great Roy Orbison and those glasses.
Yes. Nice. On this day in 1964, Roy Orbison, Oh Pretty Woman, was released in the U.S. It went to reach number 1 4 weeks later. The title was inspired by Orbison's wife, Claudette, interrupting a conversation to announce she was going out. And when Orbison asked if she was okay for cash, his co-writer, Bill Dees, interjected and said, quote, "A pretty woman never needs any money."
You know,
yeah,
up to a point, that's true.
Yes.
Okay. Phone lines open at 941-206-1580, toll free 888-441-1580. So if you don't know, TSA is making some changes.
Oh.
And eventually you
One
will.
finger or two?
Eventually you will. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's called a callback.
No glove.
Yeah.
Raw dog it.
What?
In about 30 years, you'll be able to start carrying up to 7 ounces.
Oh, wow.
But it takes a while. But I guess they're catching heat, though. TSA's catching heat because they're calling peanut butter is a liquid. Yes.
It is, especially when
I
you don't
got a
use
buddy
it.
take some C4, make it look just like chunky peanut butter.
Well, yeah, you know, when you leave peanut butter out for too long or whatever, you don't use it, it gets that little water rises to the top.
Oil.
It's
water.
It's peanut
water.
It looks like water.
It's oil.
It's oil. Peanut oil.
Okay. Anyway, the TSA went viral after tweeting that peanut butter is a liquid. It's been viewed more than 20 million times in the last few days. The post said, "Peanut butter is a liquid. We said what we said." Okay. They obviously meant to irk people with it, but they really do classify it as a liquid. If you want to carry peanut butter on a plane, it has to be 3.4 ounces or less. Tiny jar. Tiny jar of peanut butter. So, you know, take your crackers with you and eat half that jar before you go through TSA.
Well, they make those tiny little Nutella things.
Yes, those are nice.
Those are like for the
It's very tasty.
charcuterie boards.
And you can get those, you know, in the store, just as a reminder, folks, if you want to get the best hats, you know, for the city that you're visiting, you have to go to the store in the airport that has the neck pillows. That's been my experience. And they also have the tiny little Nutella.
Do they?
That you could,
does it come with the little crackers?
With the little cracker right there.
Little
Very
baguette
nice.
crackers.
Very tasty. Very filling.
Yeah.
As opposed to the, you know, $17 beer.
True.
What else? You get jacked in the airport. Just saying.
I'm not driving.
I'm flying, baby.
Flying high. Anyway.
So anyway, that's it. Peanut butter is a fluid. So
okay. It's a liquid.
A liquid. Internet sleuths, it's not a Newtonian fluid, but it's a fluid to the TSA, and you can go ahead and argue it all you want, but you're not taking that jar of peanut butter.
Then you're going to get the 2 fingers.
Yes. You know, kids can really get you in trouble as a parent doing just kid stuff.
True.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes,
don't touch that.
Yeah. Well, that was one of those. A guy in Israel took his family to the museum known for its collection of rare ancient artifacts.
Uh-oh.
And his 4-year-old son broke a jug that was 3,500 years old. It was made during the Bronze Age between 15 and 2200 BC. 1500 and 2200
Made it through
BC.
wars and everything, but couldn't survive little Braxton.
All these years. Little Braxton had to see what was in the jar. He tilted it just enough that it fell off his pedestal.
Oh,
smashed.
Bam.
Now, the cops usually get involved in situations such as this, but when it was obvious to everyone it was a 4-year-old kid, I mean, it was a total accident.
Off with his head.
They are going to be able to put it back together.
Good.
So they're going to be,
They have
even
people
though
for that.
look, when I see you're looking at the picture, does that look like that looks like a puzzle piece?
Somebody's spending some overtime.
So that's definitely going to be that's a case of beer and a couple of pizzas and 4 of your friends
And
putting that puzzle back together.
And maybe they shouldn't and you can use the pizza grease.
Might help you smooth it over.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway,
they really should
they
put
invited
things like
him
that
back
in the
that like a roped off area. I mean, come on, it's 3,500. Yeah,
like, come on.
Behind glass.
What are we
or
doing?
Something.
Behind? Yeah. What are we doing?
I'm sure they're rethinking that for the future.
What are we doing?
But they invited him and his family to come back once it's restored. They're gluing it back together. It should be done by this weekend.
Wow.
They're that good. Because that looks, to me, like it's going to take a little work.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some obvious big pieces that'll be easy.
They have pictures
There's a bunch
for
of little
reference.
tiny pieces.
Yeah.
Oh, Eric's not going to be here to get his beans busted about Pittsburgh, but he just texted. Sorry. So anyway, 3,500-year-old Jug, your 4-year-old, just kid's never going to forget that.
No.
Dad will never let him forget that.
They chop fingers off for that.
Over there, yeah. Lucky he was in Israel and not across outside the wall.
Exactly. Who takes I mean, I get it. It's good to appreciate art. Go to the Oslo Theater and the Ringling Museum in Sarasota. The artwork in there, unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Renaissance art, and they have a lot of they've had very cool Japanese artwork and stuff too.
Yeah.
But who takes a 4-year-old? You know?
Well, they were all there visiting. Come on.
I guess.
You drag the kid along. You're not going to leave him in the hotel room to be kidnapped and trafficked, are you?
No.
What kind of a parent are you? Hi, caller. You're on the air.
Yes, sir. Good morning. It just came to my mind, I was a cop for many years in Jamaica, so people used to bring home American apple and turkey for Christmas. So at the airport, there's you have a license to import turkey. No, so they take it away. But this lady know that they're not going to throw it away, but she found out where the immigration officer lived. And so the next day she showed up there and called the maid and said, did you see such and such a person bring a turkey here? And he said, yes, ma'am. He said, okay. He sent me for it. And so the maid gave the turkey to the... So when he came home, he said, Mr. So-and-so, the lady came for the turkey that you brought home for her.
That's funny. Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah. It's a good show, man. I like that baby crying when you start up the show.
He loves the baby cry.
I tried to get it, but I can't download it. I don't know. What's the name of it?
I don't. It was just an evil. It was it was from the prep service years ago. Somebody just sent an evil baby laugh. It was because it sounded like an evil baby. Yeah. Here, I'll give you the beginning.
News Radio 15.
Oh no, he can't do that. All right. Well, anyway.
Every morning, if I'm doing anything, I wait to hear that. No matter what, I can always laugh.
There you go.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
So thank you. Good show.
All right.
Always.
Thanks. 206-1580, toll free, 888-441-1580. It's National Lemon Juice Day, and does it really work as a hack? Do you use lemon juice for other stuff? What?
No. For what? What would I use it for? Oh, for cleaning? Oh, yeah, sure. Lysol. It's already included. It's in the white.
That's just a lemon scent.
Well,
there's no lemon in there at all.
It's included.
Yeah. All right. Anyway.
Smells like it.
Well, it's National Lemon Juice Day,
Yes.
so I guess we had a whole month. National Lemon Month was back in June, so why are they getting a day in August? Sounds like BS to me. Anyway, right on cue, lemon-related hack is making the rounds online, but it's a good hack. Don't know. Could just be more ticky-talky nonsense. Anyway, Food and Wine looked into really whether this works or not, tossing half a lemon in your dishwasher. Half a lemon supposedly kills bacteria, prevents lime scales from building up. Posted in 2022, the video.
Now, is it to clean the dishwasher or is it to clean
the dishwasher?
Okay.
Okay.
So no dishes in the dishwasher when you do that.
I used to do that with a lemon or lime that we're done using, put it down the garbage disposal.
Ah, there you go.
And that would
clean
make
that
things,
out. Yeah.
well, it'd make it smell a little bit better.
Yeah.
But Food and Wine looked into it, and in theory, they say yes. The acidity might help with lime buildup overall, probably not worth it. You can just toss half a lemon in there, you can't just, you're eventually going to have to reach in and get that lemon out.
Yeah. Right.
As it's decomposing in your dishwasher. The seeds can clog or break the machine.
Yeah, that's what
so
I would
you got to
think.
remove those first, and you got the rind and all that stuff.
And somebody hasn't made a dishwasher cleaner that smells like lemon that is actually meant to be in the dishwasher.
Sure, they probably have that.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Important things we're talking about here.
Yeah. I mean, it really is. No,
Hey,
it's Kill Time Thursday. You
I
know,
know.
I don't like talking politics on Thursday. I like having fun on Thursday.
Yes.
And when Frank Rubino comes in next,
yes,
Fred, do you remember that from last time? He's already
I told
here.
you he would. Oh, he remembers. Believe me.
But when Fred comes in next hour, we're going to, we want to have fun. We don't
Exactly. We want to have fun.
We don't have, and
Only
Eric's
fun.
not going to be here, so we can't. That's a bummer. He's got to work again. He's lying. He never comes here anymore. I'm telling you. All right.
Okay.
Hey, if you got a brand new Range Rover, and you and your significant other want to get it on in said Range Rover Lakeside, make sure you got enough room in said Range Rover to make whoopee, so that you don't do like this lady did and accidentally kick the gear shift into neutral, and that thing rolled right into the lake.
Oh, yeah. Sounds about right.
They got out okay, but big tow truck had to fish it out about 50 yards offshore and 9 feet deep.
Yeah, that thing ain't going to be okay.
No. But again, memories.
Oh, yeah.
It's a memory. It's a life memory.
Hopefully they put the pants back on.
They will never, ever forget that.
Before the tow truck man got
That's
there.
something you never forget.
No.
Just like your first time, you never forget your first time doing it and causing your Range Rover to roll into a lake. Fake News Radio update on the way. We'll be back with Fred Rubino after that.
We're News Radio 1580 AM WCCF Punta Gorda and FM 100.9 W265 EA Punta Gorda.
This place is starting to freak me out. You're a real weirdo, you know that?
Rise and shine, morning glories.
Hello.
Dear alarm clock, thanks for waking me up in the morning.
Name a part of a woman's body that's usually larger than a man's.
Her badonkadonk.
The padonkadonk. Yeah.
In this present crisis, government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
This is Charlotte County Speaks, your chance to let your voice be heard on local, state, and national issues. And now, broadcasting live from a dumpy little warehouse behind a Taco Bell, the host of Charlotte County Speaks, Ken Lovejoy.
Thank you, Johnny. News Radio 1580 and 100.9 FM, WCCFradio.com. Charlotte County Speaks at 10:08 just about on this Thursday morning. Phone lines open for you, 941-206-1580. Toll free, 888-441-1580. Email address, ccspeaks@live.com. And if you miss a show, just head over to our homepage at WCCFradio.com. Scroll down to the podcast section, and there we be. Mike Imbasciani along for the ride, and your headliner this week of Imbasciani in the Comedy Zone in the studio, it's Mr. Fred Rubino. Fred, how you doing?
Hey, thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming back, man. It was great.
Well, you know.
It's been a while. It's been a couple of years, hasn't it?
I think a year.
It's
A
only
year?
been
Has
a
it
year.
been a year?
It's been a year. Yeah.
Man. It seems like, looking back, it seems like it was so long ago.
Right.
Yeah.
But time's going by so quick.
It's like my marriage, you know. It's like, has it been this long already? It can't be.
How long you been married?
40 years
Wow.
this May.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Not to the same woman, though. You know.
And it went by like
cumulative.
Yeah, it's like cumulative. It takes a village.
It takes. That's true. Yes, I can definitely relate to that. So,
that's a village of one.
Yeah.
Not Greenwich Village.
No.
I just want to make that clear.
So we had a lot of new people. Florida's expanding greatly. We've gained probably 20, 30,000 people just since the last time you were here.
Yeah, right. Probably.
Everybody's moving here. So tell everybody about Fred Rubino. Where you come from? How did you get in comedy? What are you doing with your life?
I started comedy maybe 15 years ago, but I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
Couldn't tell.
Don't let this Harvard accent fool you. I got a little raspy throat. I feel like JFK Jr. No, I just got into comedy. I was always a fan of comedy, and there's open mics that you go to and you try it out, and I just took to it, and I love it. I love any live entertainment.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is. You go to a bar and there's like a little band. That makes all the difference. It beats a jukebox. It beats anything. And you're living in the moment.
Yeah.
And our generation, we didn't have phones and stuff like that.
No.
So when you go like to Imbasciani's and you see a crowd that's maybe like middle-aged and stuff, no one's got their phones out. Everybody's living in the moment. It's just a fantastic thing. A live show, there's nothing beats a live show.
I agree.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I agree. Well, I went into some bar that had opened a couple of years ago and trying to get a gig there, and I said, "Oh, do you guys have entertainment?" The bartender said, "I am the entertainment." And they just had a jukebox on the wall. I said, okay.
Jukeboxes.
No music here.
I've read a few stories lately where people are getting a crap beat out of them based on the song they chose on the jukebox. So
really,
I don't know. I think I'd rather go with a live act myself.
Yeah, right.
I like to go into a bar or a restaurant. Sometimes the diners have the jukebox.
Yeah, right there at your table.
Yeah,
those are cool.
Those are cool.
And I'll just get $5 worth of quarters and play the same song 15 times.
They're hating on you then, man.
That's how I get back at the day. I'm like a grassroots thing.
Right.
Every band, every local band should do that. You go out there, you go to the bar, and it's got to be like a really annoying song.
Well, John Mulaney, I think, has a bit about that. He said he and his buddy, when they were little kids, did that, where they kept playing "What's New Pussycat."
There you go,
like 23 times, and then they threw in one. It's unusual. He said when that came on in the middle of them all, the whole diner had a sigh of relief, and then that song faded out, and then "What's New Pussycat" started again, and the guy at the table in front of him lost it. Like, unplug it.
I like to get my money's worth. I'll do like a Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
15 times.
You gotta throwing a free bird in there.
And a Gata Davida.
Yeah. And all the people who are so hyped at the bar, like ready to dance, it comes on again, and they're like, I'm crushed.
You want to crush them with Pink Floyd.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
That's the crush. Us and them.
The bartender said, "I'm the entertainment."
Yes.
Yeah.
Which like two
Sometimes.
teeth.
Yeah, right.
See, that's entertainment.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
true.
Yeah, one of them wiggles.
Do the wiggle again.
Yeah.
Sometimes they are.
Yes.
I've been entertained by some very, very good bartenders over the years, but a lot
Not
of
topless bars. We're talking about regular bars now.
Oh
no.
Right, no, never. No.
Well, and even another venue, I said, well, where's the music? And he points to the wall. He said, that's where the jukebox is going. I was like, all right,
One day we'll get that
people.
jukebox.
Yeah, exactly. One day. But now just start snapping.
Well, technology has made it really easy for bartenders to, or for bars rather, establishments like that to sans live music.
Yeah,
because
they're touchscreen. They're connected to the internet. They got everything.
They got all
now.
of them, all the different video, and it's on videos too. And you can pick your genre. You can mix the genres. You can do everything, but you're still paying those BMI ASCAP fees as the bar every year. So if you're going to do it, I'd rather.
You might as well have live music.
Yeah, I'd rather have live music.
I've been to clubs where the guy did it off his phone.
Oh, yeah.
It just went right into the sound system, any song in the world. And I'm like, Boy, everybody now has every song in the world.
Well, places,
yeah.
I play, I'll ask the bartender to turn the music off so I can turn my music on my PA system, and he goes, "Okay," pulls out his phone, shuts it off.
Yeah.
You know, it's like connected through Bluetooth to the speaker.
Exactly.
See? It's
Yeah.
just so much easier. So
Yep.
much easier these days.
I'm not used to that either. Like, I go into a club, and it's a small club, and the guy goes, "What song do you want to go up to?" I'm like, hey, you should have told me before, you know? The
Yeah.
guy goes, no, whatever song.
Yeah.
Takes
I
his
got it.
phone.
Not a
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah. Yep.
Now I search for songs that, like on YouTube, that aren't there.
That aren't there? Oh,
Yeah.
just to
No.
piss them off.
I know, like, there's some Black Sabbath live.
Oh, right, yeah.
Is
like,
not
it
on.
has to be the live cut.
Yeah, it's got to be the live.
Has to be
And
the
I
live
just-
cut.
That's when he did the riff.
Yeah. I need the 37-second mark through 42.
And then I watch the guy in the corner of the bar frantically going through his phone. Like,
find this.
where is it? I
It's
can't
not on there. Jimmy, get over here.
Yeah.
I'm not going on unless I get that.
It's on my rider.
Right next to the tequila. See that right there? We got to take a break. We'll be right back on News Radio 1580.
Better yet, you could make a list of all the people that you drive insane and tell them that for a nominal fee, you'll never speak to them again. You, of course, offer them a monthly subscription at a reduced rate just to reel them in, and then after a while of you not talking to them, people will forget just how annoying you are, and they'll let their subscription run out, and bang, that's when you show up at their house and you drive them insane all over again by speaking to them. And here's the kicker. When everyone's trying to resubscribe, you lay it on them that the price is now quadrupled. I'm predicting, and this is a low-end guesstimate, you're looking at about $100 million a quarter, easy.
We'll be right back with Charlotte County Speaks on News Radio 1580 WCCF.
The Kamala Harris flippity flop. I remember, again, we're going back in time here. We're going back to 2004. And it was George W. Bush, wow, 20 years ago. George W. Bush and John Kerry. And yeah, did we have a dumb vote out at that point in time? We did. But it most certainly not nearly as dumb as it is today. Just being honest. John Kerry got hammered because he made a statement. He said, I was for the Iraq war before I was against it. I'm paraphrasing there, and call him a big flip-flopper. Kamala Harris is now against EV mandates, and she's for a border wall. Yeah, you can go online, tons of videos out there saying the exact opposite. Is it going to matter? Probably not. Watchdog on wallstreet.com.
And I looked really good then, too. I like to add News Radio 1580, 100.9 FM, WCCFradio.com. Charlotte County Speaks at 1022. If you've been listening throughout the show, we've been moving through the years of rock and roll.
Yes.
Fats Domino, Roy Orbison, and now, once again, the Beatles. It seems weekly we're getting the Beatles for something.
There's so much stuff. Whenever I do these, I find the history of these songs.
Mhm.
There's usually 3 or 4 Beatles facts every week. Something happened in Beatles history at least once a week, if not every day of the week, for the 10 years that they existed.
And it's amazing how many people are still huge Beatle fans.
Oh, yeah. I mean, once you become a Beatles fan, I don't know. It was back when music, I think, meant more to people than it does. It's so cheap and easy to find.
It meant more, and it was also innovation. It was music innovation at the time.
Because,
it was the first time they ever did certain things, double tracking,
That's why
all of
listening, I'd listen to them on ship at sea, because you had to use headphones all the time, so everybody's sleeping in the berthing. But you listen to that and you hear what George Martin was doing with that stuff. The mock stereo.
Oh, it was incredible.
Just incredible stuff.
But when I listened to music before the Beatles, it wasn't hard to like the Beatles before.
True, right. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
doo-wop, and it was all the same, and it was like, oh my God, what is this? And then the Beatles come out with guitars and bass.
Well, and even before the doo-wop stuff, if you listen to Frank Sinatra stuff or anything like that,
completely different.
It's completely different, and the recording methods are completely different. I saw something where it's basically you had one microphone, you put the singer close enough that he wasn't screaming into it because it had to be loud enough to pick up the guy in the back who's hitting the the big drums for the full orchestra that's in the room, and it's one microphone picking it up. Don't mess up.
Yeah.
You know?
I think music has reached a plateau, though, because like when I was maybe, let's say, 1980, and I would listen to oldies with doo-wop. Oldies were 15 years, 20 years old.
Right.
Now, regular on the radio, you'll hear a song 55 years old.
Yeah.
And it's like rock of today.
There's no longevity
Boston
for music anymore. I mean,
Well,
music
there is
20
for classic rock.
There
I
is,
mean-
but I mean music now.
Yes.
Music now goes in and out,
In and out,
and
right.
they bring
In and
the
out, because it's
50-year-old
cheap.
songs
And
in.
cheap and music from 20 years ago now sucks. A lot of it.
Yeah.
So that has no longevity. Although, of course, you have those, I'm sure there were those bands 50 years ago that came out, allegedly had a hit on the radio, and then it just went away.
Oh, one-hit wonders?
Yeah.
A bunch of them.
I mean, worse than one-hit wonders. Not even a hit, just on the
I know
radio.
I know one. My mom grew up across the street from a guy named Gabe Lapano. He was the lead singer, and he wrote "Rhythm of the Rain."
Okay.
The Cascades.
Yes.
It was a one hit wonder.
I was an oldies fan. 'Cause I grew up with with the jukebox and the pizzeria, and the guys were all older, and that was the 70s. And it was the 70s. They were playing music from the late 50s.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, they don't call it an oldie.
No, it's
I'm listening.
classic hits.
Yeah.
Classic
I'm listening. I go,
hits.
this is 60 years old, this song.
It's a classic hit.
Gold.
Gold.
Yeah. Well, on this day in 2006, the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper Lonely Hearts Club Band was voted the best #1 album of all time by the British public.
Of course, the British
and
public.
the longest sustained note on a single recording.
Yes.
Wow.
And for that, where all the instruments swell, Paul McCartney wrote that part, and he tried to convey to the orchestra, he just wanted each musician to play chromatically up, starting on one note and ending on another note, and they could do it in any speed that they wanted. Each instrument could do it however they wanted. These musicians that are so used to reading sheet music couldn't comprehend what he was asking. So he literally had to write out for each musician what he wanted. Chromatically, do this, you do it this speed, you do it this speed, you do that. And that's why it sounds like all chaos, but they start on the same note and they all end on the same note.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what's called, we know the sixth Beatle. This was your sixth random fact of the day.
There you go.
By the way, the Beatles' first boy band?
Probably.
I would say, yeah.
I mean, that's...
Well, I would go back.
The Beatles got us Herman's Hermits.
The whole invasion.
The Monkees.
The invasion.
The Kinks.
Yeah, but if you go back to the 50s, you'd have those groups that would tour together. Look at
Frankie Valli.
Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons.
Or you'd have the guy in the plane crash, Richie Valens, Buddy Holly, and Big Bopper. They were three different artists, but they all toured together.
Yeah, but not a boy band.
Not a boy band, no.
This was a boy band, Yankee Stadium, full of girls screaming. That was the first.
Couldn't hear each
Shea
other
Stadium.
play.
It was
Shea
the Mets.
Stadium.
The Mets.
Well,
Don't not the Yankees. Come on.
That's true. It was the
the
biggest
Yankees would have had a better PA system.
The biggest hit in Shea Stadium were the Beatles.
Yeah.
But man, today is also they played their last public concert.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
at Candlestick Park on this date in 1966.
The Beatles.
Yes.
And they got so upset
Ton
because
of
they
music.
couldn't hear themselves play because the people were screaming so loud. But again, think about the time and how different it would be, how different they would be if they had normal sound systems, if they were able to do fine normal shows,
break
they probably
through
would have
the
kept going.
screams.
Yeah, break through the screams. They probably wouldn't have broken up. They probably would have kept going. Well, Yoko was a big problem.
Yeah,
she's still alive.
Succubus.
Is there
She's going to be the
nothing-
last
She's
one.
a succubus.
Yes, she is.
But there's a ton of music-related history today, more than a lot of other days.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Elvis's boxing movie, Kid Galahad.
a classic.
Classic. The King in tight boxers.
Nice. Wiggling.
Tight trunks. I'm gonna punch you out.
Well, also with Elvis, 2 people were arrested trying to steal his body or whatever.
That's right. Yeah,
on
that's
this
right.
day.
That's
Yeah.
why they wound up reinterning him.
They put him in Graceland.
That's why they
after
put him in
this.
Graceland. Somebody tried stealing his
Now,
body.
Graceland was up for sale, and it's being litigated.
Well, because it wasn't up for sale, they were trying to sell it out from under him. His people,
The
his whole-
family.
it was a fraud. The family was getting the
Lisa Marie
and that whole organization.
But
they were
now
getting
she's
fraud.
considering it for her grandkids. Who you get Elvis's body if you buy Graceland?
Yeah.
I could prop it up at like TGI
Well,
Fridays.
no, I don't think you'd want to prop it up.
At the Hard Rock.
I
Come
don't
to the
think you'd
Hard
want
Rock.
to redo
Drink
that
out of-
Joe Diffie song right now.
Come see Elvis's femur.
It kind of came apart when we opened it up.
Yeah.
Drink out of his skull for 100,000. I drink out of his skull for 100,000.
Okay.
Just think of Temple of Doom. You know?
Yeah,
They
really.
Take the monkey head off.
I wonder if you get his body.
Well, you don't get his body. You get the
grave
where he's interred at. Yes, and they're probably.
He's not
I would
really
have,
dead.
I think it's a historical site. I think it is. It listed. I think it is. You can't just do stuff.
You can't
It's
just dig
Graceland.
Elvis up?
It's
What's this
Graceland,
world
damn it.
coming to when you
It's the
can't
king.
dig Elvis up?
Can't believe he's talking about digging up the king.
Have you seen Deadpool Wolverine yet?
No, I haven't.
I
want to.
I'll tell
I
you, the
haven't seen
movie
it.
starts
Waiting
with
for it to stream.
Yeah, okay. The movie starts with Deadpool going to dig up Wolverine's body, you know,
And he's hanging out with the skull.
Right, and he's hanging out with the
See?
skull. And
It's
he's like,
not just
some
me.
people would think that it's wrong to dig up a corpse to just make it bleed more money, and maybe we won't do that. But in this movie, you'd be wrong. And he starts digging up the body.
Don't be cruel.
Yeah.
Was it 3 people? 3 people got arrested for that.
3 people? Okay.
For digging up Elvis?
Trying
Yeah,
to.
in Memphis.
Because he
Did
gained a
they
lot of
actually
weight.
do it?
If he was skinny
Gained a lot
Elvis,
of
it would
weight.
have just been one guy. It was a one-man job for
Yeah.
skinny Elvis.
They go, you know, when he died, he was kind of overweight. We might need more guys. Hey, Bubba, come here. I want to bring you in on something.
Or maybe it was a
Ed-
union thing.
Yeah.
Edwin Starr.
Where's that Coen Brothers film, by the way?
What's that?
What's that?
The Hunt for Elvis's Body.
Yeah.
The Hunt for Elvis's body.
Yeah, 3 people trying to. That sounds like a Coen Brothers
That
movie.
would be a great
definitely.
Coen Brothers
Hi,
movie.
caller. You're on the air.
Good morning. First of all, I'm so excited that Kamala is taking her daddy to her interview, and I'm so excited. Anyway, besides that, we know that Joe's still at that nuclear button, and I'm really calling to say we did go to Visani last night, and we totally love you and enjoyed the show, and we've seen you in the past. So just wanted to tell people, get those tickets while you're in town and come back again.
Oh, Visani
Yeah.
was a great crowd last night. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thank you, man.
All right. Have a great one.
All right, you too.
She was all over Kamala.
Well, Kamala having that tape pre-choreographed interview with little Timmy, Stolen Valor, No Balls Walls with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
I have
she,
something for
Is
that.
she black or Indian? That's the debate. That's the big debate.
No, there's no debating about it. Okay, where is he?
What?
I got to find him again. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I have this one. Babylon B, 8 harrowing war stories from Tim Walls, the man who was there. Number 1, so there I was in France, outgunned and near death. My Thompson submachine gun had just run out of ammo, and I knew I was about to die. So I accepted my fate and just started shooting at an approaching tank with a pistol. But then the Army Air Corps bombed the tank just in time. Then I held Private Ryan close and said, earn this.
Saving Private Timmy.
Yeah. Number 2, in another battle, my helicopter was shot down over a war zone in some places overseas with a lot of brown people. I looked at my squad mate square in the face and said, well, boys, looks like we got a Black Hawk down. Everyone said, hoo-ah, Rangers lead the way, and then we killed all the bad guys. Those are just some war stories from Tim Walz.
You got another one? This thing isn't loading.
Let's see. In Pennsylvania, we fought uphill even though General Lee explicitly told us not to. Never fight uphill, my boys, Lee said, but I turned around defiant and said, the enemy's gate is down. Everyone cheered.
All right. Here's Judge Joe Brown. You ever seen the Judge Joe Brown?
I like Judge Joe Brown. He shoots from the hip.
He does. He's shooting from the hip here.
It's like Tim Walz.
She was everybody's favorite Hindu Indian prosecutor and attorney general and senator, and now she becomes black. But, I met her daddy, fine gentleman, Professor Harris. And the problem with her being black is Professor Harris says he's Caucasian, mixed Irish and Hindu. He doesn't have any black ancestors, but his Irish ancestors owned a lot of slaves in Jamaica and had them to work on plantation. So if mama is on the birth certificate listed as a Caucasian, daddy says he's a Caucasian Hindu and has no black ancestors, how did she get to be black?
Wow. She isn't. She's not. And there was she was a People magazine when she got, it was all Hindu.
You could tell the way she acts that she's Indian.
Yeah.
Like the border.
There are pictures.
It's open 24/7, like a 7-Eleven. She's running the border like a 7-Eleven.
24 hours.
Would you like to come in?
Come on, come on.
We're never closed.
Family, we do not care.
Well, did you hear? What? DoorDash driver and cleaner says illegal aliens are taking our jobs.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Of course.
Of course they are. There's 10 million of them. Probably 20.
Oh, there's more than that.
Wow.
An Ohio woman has stepped forward to share her experiences, claiming that non-citizens are indeed taking their jobs. Ruby Day, 41.
Ruby Day.
Works.
Ruby Day.
I think she's going to dig Elvis up.
She's a blast, yeah.
No doubt about it.
She probably has an Elvis story.
No, she's only 41.
Oh, okay.
Works as a house cleaner.
Okay,
and
Iggy Pop.
Yeah, okay. Works as a house cleaner and driver for DoorDash. In a recent op-ed for Newsweek, she asserts that undocumented immigrants, illegal aliens, are using fake credentials to secure jobs, increasing competition for American workers. Quote, I have seen undocumented immigrants using fraudulent credentials, AI-generated credentials, and just stolen identities to get employment. As far as I can tell, America has no policy or procedure to identify fraudulent credentials. End quote.
No, because the American government is giving them the fraudulent documents.
So, Ruby Day here explained that platforms like DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Uber have seen a surge in non-citizen drivers, although these services require a name, social security number, birth date, and a driver's license photo to run background checks. She and her colleagues have observed accounts being approved with fraudulent credentials.
Wow.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is why Kenny always says these past 17 years, ammo up.
Yes. They're when you have to forge a fake ID to drive DoorDash.
Yeah, right.
Really? I could see to get a bank job.
Well, I will say
to
this.
work for the post office.
Yeah, really.
To work DoorDash.
I will say this. At least the sumbitch is working.
Yeah.
He's as opposed to the Venezuelans in New York who got pissed when Mayor Eric gave them work permits. Now, this is coveted here. Usually you have to have a green card for a work permit, so here's work permit. Work permit. Work permit. We're not working. We want better hotels. We want more gift cards from Amazon.
Yep.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, we're in a lot of trouble with this this whole situation. And I love that Trump put RFK Jr. in there.
You gotta like it. I think it's shaking it up.
Because
he
is a guy who's got the guts to go after them.
Yes.
Although, the Kennedy's track record
You're not putting
of trying to expose things and then meeting an
they're
untimely
always right there
end.
and then
Yes.
All of a sudden,
So I would watch it for him.
Yes. FDA, HHS.
Yeah.
That's not FBI.
No,
not CIA.
Well, and
you don't want
heard
him
what
in
happened,
there.
right?
You don't want him in there.
You heard what happened, right? They've been fighting tooth and nail to keep RFK off the ballot, and now that RFK wants off certain ballots,
they're
keeping him on, and they just stripped his Secret Service detail. So
What do you mean? I didn't think they ever gave him a
No, they
secret
did. They did once Trump asked them
Trump
to.
got hit. Once Trump got shot in the head.
Yep.
They said, we might as well put it on him.
We should do that.
And then he goes, I'm going after the FDA and Big Pharma. All right, take it off of him.
Well, Jack Posobiec tweeted out, Democrats stripped RFK of his Secret Service, but are refusing to allow his name to be taken off the ballot in Michigan and Wisconsin. This is what they do.
They're scum.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. They're just scum.
We're in a lot of trouble from within.
Down.
But FDA, FDA is pretty powerful, They're in league with Big Pharma. It's big.
That's why
big
you
money.
want him in there, because that is the issue with RFK that we all agree on.
Right.
That is the whole the FDA pharmaceutical industry incestuous relationship.
Incestuous.
That's a good word, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think she was the barmaid last night.
Anyway,
I am the entertainer.
I am the entertainer.
Want to see my van? We have to take another break. We'll be right back.
Hey, welcome to the sales team. Here, you can have this cup.
That's good.
Oh, you like it?
What is it?
It's radio station coffee.
Oh,
The morning show always seems to make a pot right before they leave. Then it just sits here all day.
I kind of like it.
The pot itself hasn't been cleaned since about 2016.
Is that a hair in it?
Probably so. They use an old microphone windscreen as a coffee filter.
The more you tell me, the more I seem to like it.
I know. And here's the best part. It's free.
Huh.
Company pays for it. That's why nobody complains. You can't beat free coffee. Hey, what do you say we take these and go watch the DJs through the windows? They're like monkeys in a cage. Radio station coffee, made by an intern with bad hygiene.
We'll be right back with Charlotte County Speaks on News Radio 1580 WCCF.
You know you're broke when you're at Wendy's ordering your 99-cent double stack, and you see the poster for the new Wendy's Baconator, but all you can think is, man, when I get paid. What a loser I am. I got a window shop for hamburgers. Oh, man, I'm always broke. I'm scraping by with a little help from my friend Coinstar. You see those guys in there at the grocery store doing it the right way. They come in with like their 5-gallon water jug. Once a year, they save up all their change and cash it in. But I'm pretty sure it's not designed for my method, which is about every other week. I'll stagger in with my tiny Ziploc Tupperware container with the blue lid, the tiny one designed to hold one sandwich, and mine's not even full. So it jingles when I'm walking across the parking lot like some homemade failure tambourine. Just chugga, 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 chugga. Look out, everybody. Chugga, chugga, chugga. I got $7 worth of dirty nickels. Here I come. Yay. Somebody's going to Taco Bell.
News Radio 1580, 100.9 FM, WCCFradio.com, 1047 here at Charlotte County Speaks with Liam and Noel, who promise to be good and won't beat the crap out of each other in their upcoming tour.
Yes. Well, on this day in 2019, Noel Gallagher.
Oh, sorry. I don't know how that happened. I was checking the weather. One of those ads come up on it. Anyway,
sure.
go ahead.
Noel Gallagher said he wanted to start a petition to break up the Foo Fighters, the Fighters of Foo. And they may have to break up now because it followed Dave Grohl and Taylor Hawkins told a crowd that they wanted to start a petition to get Oasis to reunite. So now Oasis is reuniting. So hey, Fighters of Foo and
in
Dave
honor
Grohl,
of Taylor Hawkins.
In honor, I mean, you have to. Yeah, right. The Fighters of Foo must now break up.
Yes.
I'm not a big fan of Oasis.
Me neither. It's very. Again, music in the last 20 years.
Terrible.
Well, these guys are older than 20 years, and
Are they now? Jeez,
but
that's just sad.
Yeah. Where does the time go?
I know.
I like a lot of their depth cuts. Noel Gallagher wrote most of their stuff, all their stuff, and I love him as a writer. I like his High Flying Birds, what he does on as a solo effort that he's done since breaking up.
Yeah.
And I enjoy Noel Gallagher. Love his music, love his lyrics. It's his brother.
Yeah. Sure, I have to start saying 30 years because 20 years ago was 2004.
These guys were 90s.
Wow.
These guys
that's really sad.
These are in the 90s.
I'm 27.
Yeah.
Wow.
I liked him though. Some people were calling them a Beatles ripoff, and I don't get that. I can understand he's got that high register in his voice.
Yeah.
Liam does, to where he sounds kind of like him. But
the whole British Invasion was a Beatles ripoff.
Right?
Yeah,
I mean,
really. Yeah, really, when you look at it.
Now you go 60 years later and say, hey, he's ripping off the Beatles.
Yeah,
Are you crazy?
I really don't see how. I mean, they were because they made such a huge impact initially in the UK and here with their first album. Oasis did.
Yeah.
And so, but.
Yeah, unless you have an ugly Japanese woman who can't sing breaking up your band, you're not a Beatles ripoff.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you're going to India to do a lot of LSD.
Well, these guys, what caused them to break up is when Liam started swinging the guitar around and almost took Noel's face off with it.
See, now that I'd pay to see.
That's a concert.
That's a rock concert.
There you go.
Yeah, now that's hockey.
Went to a fight and the hockey game broke out.
Hey, anyway, don't forget, folks, coming up tomorrow, 6 p.m. at Lashley Crab House. It's the Gala fundraiser honoring our Beirut veterans and memorializing all our veterans and first responders. And it's the fundraiser for Phase 2 of the William R. Gaines Jr. Veterans Memorial Park happening at Lashley Crab House tomorrow night, 6 p.m., $100 per person. You can just show up and just pay your money right there and go enjoy food. Tons of sponsors here. If you need more information, give Stephen R. Deutsch a call at 941-628-0348. And what's cool about this is the William R. Gaines Jr. Veterans Memorial Fund's a 501c3, so you can go party for $100 and write it off at the end of the year.
Wow, it's like my sister.
Yeah.
$100 and
great relationship with your sister, do you, friend?
I blacked out and all I heard was "ride it off" and, and sister. Like, what are we talking about?
I said right.
Then he piped up.
Not ride.
Okay.
And I heard $100. I was like, where is this happening?
My house.
Sorry about that commercial breaking in, even out with the volume turned down. I was just checking to see when I got to mow the lawn right after the show.
Yeah.
I got to go home, mow the lawn right after the show, or I'm going to have to wait until.
You got to get me the audio, don't forget.
Until it quits, till
the deluge.
November. Yeah.
But the deluge is going to stop right before my show.
Yes.
It'll be over.
Yes.
It'll be over before the show. Definitely. This is from 2 to 5.
That's all.
The Ark is loading up in the parking lot of Vasani.
Yes. By the way,
And
they
who's
have the
featuring?
best food.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. I've been to a lot of clubs, and this club is.
It's the best food in comedy.
Oh my goodness! I mean, It doesn't even come close. It's such amazing food. I had the steak last night.
Oh, which one?
The strip?
Love the strip.
Nowhere else
Pretty much
you get a
weekly.
strip that's that good.
I agree.
Even steakhouses.
I agree. I mean, there's a lot of good steaks in Charlotte County. I'm not saying there's not. It's just, for me, the best steak in Charlotte County, Vasani. No matter whether it's the ribeye, the filet, or the New York strip.
Yeah.
Filet is awesome.
I was almost done, and they got like, "Oh, you're on in 5 minutes." I'm like, "Well, tell the feature to go a little further."
Yeah, go long. I need a nap. Just a quick nap.
Yeah.
So who is the feature?
I think his name is Joe C.
Okay.
Joe C.
Yeah.
Not Joe C. and the Pussycats.
No.
The
Joe
other
C.
Joe C.
Joe C.
Very good. Very funny guy.
Cool.
Always a great show there. So I want to see everybody there tonight, Friday night, Saturday night.
Just head to Vasani.net. You can buy your tickets right there online. Check out the calendar of events, the wonderful menu. And you got showtime 8 o'clock tonight, 8 o'clock tomorrow. 2 shows on Saturday at 6 and 9:30.
Kick off the fall.
Going to be fun.
Kick off the fall season.
Yeah. Come see me there on Tuesday. Simply Clapton Show. Tuesday,
Wow.
September 3rd.
Simply Clapton.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not difficultly.
Right.
Clapton.
Not difficult.
You know how difficult
Not
he
difficult
can be.
Hendrix. Simply Clapton.
I'm going to be emceeing the Boca H2O Fest out at the Sandbar. Free concert.
Wow.
So you can come on out there for that. Make a donation to the Gary Sinise Foundation. Jim Brown, Nashville recording artist, is going to be playing along with 2 other bands. It's going to be a fun day.
Cool.
Going to be starting about 9 a.m. Saturday, going through the afternoon.
That sounds awesome.
Right there on the Sandbar. It's fun. Everybody just shows up on their boat.
Where is
There's
this?
Boca Grande.
Englewood.
Out there.
I might pop
Look
in
on
on
that map. See that map right
That
there?
sounds like a
See
great
where
thing.
it says Boca Grande?
Yes.
Right there. That's where we're at. That's
I
where I'll
think
be
I
at.
might pop into
right
that.
there by just over by the bridge, really, not too
Yeah.
far from the bridge.
It
Just
sounds
down
like
there.
a great time.
Yeah, will be. Should be fun.
Good deal.
All right. So time to learn stuff. We got to learn some stuff. Now we had our 6th random fact.
Yes, you had your random fact about the Beatles.
And now it's time for
Random facts.
Cha-cha-cha.
Number 1 of your 5 random facts: Vancouver, not Washington, but the one up there in Canada. Vancouver's Stanley Park is actually 10% larger than Central Park in New York City.
Wow.
Stanley Park has a thriving gray squirrel population, and all of the gray squirrels found there are descendants of 8 pairs of gray squirrels that Vancouver got as a gift from New York City's Central Park in 1909.
Wow. See that?
So New York
There
got
you
rid
go.
of its garbage. by sending it to Canada.
Send them out
Send it to
squirrels.
Canada.
Yeah. And send Puerto Rico to rats.
Number 2, in the last 30 years, there have only been 3 times when an NFL punt went for negative yards. The last time it happened was in 2022.
Ouch.
Dolphins kicker Thomas Morstead had a disaster of a kick when he punted into a teammate's backside. It shot backwards, went out the end zone for a safety, giving the other team, the Buffalo Bills, a safety.
Ooh.
Number 3, violins made by Antonio Stradivari are the most expensive in the world.
Stradivarius.
Yes.
But he also made a number of guitars as well.
Fender Custom Shop last year came out with them. Yeah, the master builder builds them with the same wood as the actual Stradivarius violins, and they start at $25,000.
Well,
I looked into it. They
Yeah,
are
but
beautiful.
How much?
But the gu-
$25,000.
But the guitar that Stradivari made, there's only one left in existence.
Oh, that one. Oh,
Wow.
Number 4, cashews are the only nut that you can't buy in its shell because its shells are toxic.
Yeah.
I'm buying
Number
some
5.
for my in-laws this week. Cashew shells.
I can see why they're $25,000.
Those are beautiful
right?
guitars.
Those
I'll
are
show them on
nice.
camera, yes.
That's
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
They're amazing.
Just write in on your guitar, Stradivarius.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Hey.
spell it right.
Hey,
you know?
yeah.
I know the Punta Gorda.
I don't think there's 2 T's in there.
Yeah, the
Strata.
school system in Punta Gorda maybe not the best.
He was homeschooled.
Yeah.
Number 5 of your 5 random facts.
I
Dale
spelled
Carnegie. Dale Carnegie, the author of How to Win Friends and Influence People, was not connected to the famous Carnegie family. His last name was Carnagey, but he changed the spelling to match the other Carnegies so that people would think he was related.
We'll see how to make friends.
That's a great
how
idea.
you win friends right there.
I think I'm going to change my name to Sebastian Maniscalco.
You know, you could probably pull
Why
it
not?
off with the right lighting.
You see?
You
can go by Frank.
Hairline's about the same size.
There you go. Everyone's doing it.
Yeah.
And all you got to do, but you got to get that look on your face, that just pissed off, sour look.
Yeah, right.
Like
He's from Chicago, though.
He's
the Chicago
totally
Italian,
different. I don't think it'd work.
It
He'd
won't
fall out
work.
of character.
Yeah, the pizza's different.
Everything's different there.
It's all upside down.
Yeah.
It's not right.
Not enough people get shot in New York these days.
No.
That's Chicago.
I have the next good big investment, though. Trump is selling trading cards now with framed samples of the suit he wore during his debate with Biden. You could own one for just $1,485.
Or not.
Wow.
It's called you can own a piece of the knockout suit.
By the way, never before in history has a debate ended so disastrous for one side.
Oh,
it's going to be the same with this one too. She's vapid, man. She's got nothing going on up there.
No,
like I
nothing.
said, no substance.
No,
not a lot of substance, just a lot of suction. Folks, have a great weekend.
Yes,
If
enjoy
I
the
don't
long
see you out in
weekend.
Boca Grande, long weekend. That's right. We'll be back here on Tuesday. Coming up after a fake news radio update, Michael P. Heyman's going to come on in here and build you all a zoo. Have a great weekend, folks. Fred Rubino, thank you very much. I don't know. I do it all the time. Mainly because he told me I was going to do it.
It was his fault. You must have went to Catholic school. It was his fault, not mine.
Fred, it's good to see you.
Fred Rubino, good to see you.
Visani's tonight, tomorrow,
Joe C.,
Saturday.
your feature.
Yes, MikeImbasciani.com. Full show schedule.
All right. Bye now.
Anybody got any more jokes? Anything funny? No? No? All right. See you, folks.
We're News Radio 1580 AM WCCF Punta Gorda and FM 100.9 W265 EA Punta Gorda.